the adopted daughter of the Blackwood Pack, and the year I completed my first shift, I fell in love with my foster brother, the legendary Alpha General Damian Blackwood. I was lively by nature, yet I buried those feelings deeper than anyone could imagine. But someone discovered my secret and exposed it to the entire pack, and suddenly everyone pointed fingers at me, calling me a shameless Omega. My alpha father said I had disgraced the Blackwood name and no longer deserved to be called his daughter. Even my foster brother, who had always treated me gently, turned cold overnight. He handed me over to a beta officer from the Border War Pack and ordered him to teach me obedience according to Alpha Law. 3 years later, my foster brother finally remembered I was still at the border camp and sent someone to bring me home. He asked whether I still harbored improper feelings for him, and I lowered my head and shook it humbly. Only later did he see the scars and bite marks covering my body, and learned that the warriors under his command had entered my quarters whenever they pleased. His eyes turned blood red, and he went mad with regret. It was my 3rd year in the Border War Pack's border fortress. Damian Blackwood sent people to retrieve me. It has been 3 years. Has Celine learned obedience yet? Tomorrow is my mother's moon blessing banquet. Bring her back. Those were Damian's exact words. When the pack attendants from Blackwood Citadel arrived, I was cleaning blood-soaked armor for a group of warriors. Enduring the stench of blood, sweat, and wet wolf hides, I worked through pile after pile for 3 full days. It was the heart of winter, and if I worked too slowly, the water would freeze solid, so I had to keep moving without rest, my hands submerged in icy water all day, until frost sores swelled across both of them. Even though I never stopped working, Rowan, the beta officer assigned to supervise me, continued to curse at me. Stop acting like some precious pack princess. You're a disgraced Omega sent here by the Alpha Commander himself, so do your job unless you want to suffer. 3 years ago, Damian had assigned Rowan to watch over me. He claimed the Alpha Commander had personally ordered him to be strict. Rowan rarely did any work himself, and many times when I was so exhausted I nearly collapsed. He simply sat nearby chewing dried meat while striking me with his whip. Trying to slack off again? Do you not care about your own skin? At first I was not afraid of Rowan, because I believed Damian was only angry for the moment and would eventually come for me once his temper cooled, so I refused to work. The whip in Rowan's hand came down without hesitation, tearing open my flesh. Everyone thought he had gone too far and worried that Alpha General Damian might one day hold them accountable, but Rowan only sneered without the slightest fear. The Alpha Commander made himself clear. If this woman dies, it will be because she refused to obey. No one will blame us. Day after day, I forced myself to work with every ounce of strength I had left simply to avoid further pain. So when someone came with news that Damian wanted me brought back to Blackwood Citadel, I assumed it was another cruel joke from the warriors. They had done it many times before. Like starving wolves, they would tear at my clothes while I cried myself hoarse and shouted threats at them. If my brother ever takes me home, every one of you will die for this. They laughed as though they had heard the funniest joke in the world. You still think you're the daughter of the Blackwood Pack? Wake up. Alpha General Damian abandoned you here years ago. You are nothing more than a discarded Omega now. They mocked me while tearing at my clothes, and their hands never stopped. Look at you. So many warriors have already used you. Why hasn't your precious Alpha come to take you home? I fell silent. Only tears continued to slide from the corners of my eyes. After they left, I wrapped my clothes tightly around myself and thought about dying more times than I could count. From that day on, I never called Damian my brother again, and I never spoke his name. Now, hearing it again felt strangely unfamiliar. Rowan was passing by with a piece of dried meat in his hand when he noticed I had stopped working, and he immediately raised his whip to strike me again. But the moment his eyes landed on the pack attendants from Blackwood Citadel, he froze. After learning why they had come, Rowan hurried forward and bowed respectfully. My lords, Celine is filthy from camp labor. Allow us to clean her up properly before sending her back with you. Rowan dragged me back to the camp and ordered hot water to be prepared for a bath.